Alrighty, yo, what is up, Knights? Aegis Rick here, back with some more DFO. Now guys, in this video we're going to be doing something a little bit different. We're going to be going over what I call my daily routine or daily schedule. Now this is basically what I do every day that I play DFO, regardless if I'm playing to use my FP or planning to use my FP or not. You know, this is what I got to do every day. There's a bunch of daily things that get reset every day, so you just got to make sure that you sign in, spend a few minutes, and do that. So that's what's going to be happening in this video. I'm just going to keep going through. Probably one of the first things you got to do is pick up your daily stuff. So Neo Premium contract gets reset every day. If you have that, make sure you pick that up. Also on my Elven Knight, that's why I'm on her first. My Elven Knight has a bunch of legendary quests, and those are basically daily quests as well. You can pretty much pick up any of them that you've over farmed a little bit. For instance, my Ghost Train set right here, as well as I think I also got the King's Ruins set here going, at least for a couple other days. So explaining this will take another video, but if you've overfarmed any legendary things that you're farming, or maybe Gold Dragon Tournament or whatever, make sure you pick those up because those reset every day. And those take only a few seconds if you've overfarmed them. For instance, like, I mean, you could also overfarm things like the Requiem Stone if you've gotten a ton of pristine souls and stuff. Overfarm those, turn those in, because those reset every day. Now, basically what's going to be happening, I mean, this is also another quest that resets every day, so if you have, like, Alchemy and you want to pick up some raw mana, that's a pretty smart idea. You can pick those up every day for every character that has Alchemy. But basically what's going to be happening is I'm going to be running through TOD for most all of my characters, and that's kind of been the routine for, I would say, the most part. I mean, it's not maybe too exciting. Maybe you guys are expecting, oh shit, Rick is going to do all kinds of fancy stuff. This is not, this is going to take a little bit of time, but only because of the sheer fact that I got so many characters. But just know that, you know, this is something that you should probably be capitalizing on if you have a bunch of alts, you know. So obviously the less alts that you have that are, you know, max level or past level 70 or so, the less time this is going to take to do. But you want to do TOD every day, and I'll just explain that. Hopefully I don't have very many hard rooms, so I don't look like a dang fool. You know, TOD is a dungeon that has a lot of benefits. Obviously, you want to do TOD because at the top of the... Whoa, did not mean to do that. At the top of the tower is Epic Pot that you can get, and you can... Obviously, you can trade those to other people if you want. You can sell them to other players who need them, but you can also get the Epic Pots for yourself, and, you know... Man, I'm not having a good run here with my, my rogue here. We're still making it work. Just 3 hurricanes are good. But aside from that, you know, even if you're not even planning on using the Epic Pot yourself, you could sell the Epic Pot at the end. You also get a lot of drops from this. Here's all the drops that I got just from that dungeon alone, and you can imagine how this starts adding up, you know. You start selling all those items and you do it on every one of your characters, well, you're just going to make a lot of money every day for not a lot of effort. Again, this kind of stuff only takes a few seconds to do, at least for most characters. So, you're gonna see at least there's one character where I'm stuck currently on a floor. I'm having some trouble, but you know, for most characters that are at least geared out a little bit, it is much easier. So just cruising along through here. I've just recently beat the tower with my monk here, and you know, at first you're gonna see I'm a lot more confident with some of my classes than the other ones. Like for instance, my monk, at least I know I've beaten it before, so I can pretty much handle anything this tower has to offer, and that's kind of the point you want to get to. Oh shit! Ooh, well, luckily I had a good miss right there. But there needs, like, if you want to do this like efficiently, there needs to come a point where your gear kind of carries you through there, and that's where I want to get on most of my characters. So I just want to gear my characters enough such that they can do the tower, and that really is dependent on the class itself. I've done tower. Actually, most all of my alts that I have are not geared at all. That's what I want to say. They're just running a bunch of magic sealed level 80, and that is the extent of their gear. You can see I'm really utilizing the rental weapon system that we get from the Neo Premium contract, and that's mostly due to not the fact that I need a stronger weapon, but mostly the fact that I don't want to pay for repair costs for the most part here. So but yeah, like I was saying, really dependent on the class determining who's going to be able to clear the tower and what kind of gear you need for it. Because obviously, if you're playing a really strong class like Azura, it's just no matter what you do, you're going to be clearing the tower much easier. You know, your gear is not determining that. But when you play a class like Weapon Master or something, as I'll show later, and in fact, you know what, I'm going to actually pick up the weapon here, and I'm going to come back to my female brawler here. I'll explain that once we get back to her, but let's go ahead and switch, skip her for a second. But yeah, like for instance, my female striker was actually quite easy to get there, but I was geared out in Brutal Tango set, so that kind of helped out a lot. In dishing out the damage. So I mean, just gear out enough to do the tower. If I didn't have the Brutal Tango, I would probably admit that it would be a little bit harder for me to do the TOD. You know, so just kind of gouge what you need for your gear to do this efficiently. And so far, you know, I've only played a couple characters that are just like on that verge where they're just like, oh shit, I don't know what to do, or I'm stuck. But I think I've done well. I've done okay so far with most of my characters get our... Ooh, I missed my 1 inch right there. I'm gonna get the lightning dance, and dude, that is why Brutal Tango is freaking awesome. It's a little tip I'm not mentioning. You can leave right when you kill the enemy right there. I don't know if you guys see. It does still count as you finishing that. You don't have to sit there and watch a result screen, which would get pretty annoying if you have to keep watching that. So anyway, I don't know if I mentioned, but I'm using the rental weapon mostly because the repair costs. I don't want to pay the repair costs. Even though this dungeon only takes a few seconds to do, it still, you know, the repair costs will still start adding up. So you only want to pay for armor if at all possible, especially if you have a really good weapon or something. You don't really always want to keep paying that. Ooh, did I get hit with it? I think I might be fucked here. Okay. Well, that just died instantly. I need to get my Revenge of Light going. Okay. I got Phoenix Hammer. I got a very unorthodox build, and that's another thing I probably want to mention, is that if you are using your ult strictly for doing the tower, like most of my guys here right now are just right now built for doing the TOD. I don't do pretty much anything else on them, and if that's their purpose, you really want to try to build yourself for TOD. So I got, you know, Phoenix Hammer is not a skill that I would normally get on my Battle Satyr, but it was necessary for a few rooms that, you know, either they're resistant to light damage or resistant to magic or whatever. It's nice to have a good, you know, solid round of skills, especially like skills like your Awakening aren't useful here and stuff like that. So you just want to make sure you round yourself out a little bit and make sure you can make the build that's best for TOD. You know, your low cooldown skills, they might not be very good for normal dungeons, but stuff like, you know, the Crashing Cross right there, Phoenix Hammer, just proved to be really useful because they're low cooldown and you can get them right when the match starts. I don't have to wait for cooldown on these long, heavy hitting skills and stuff like that. So what you're seeing on my Crusader, it's not geared at all. And I'm actually surprised he's made it this far, honestly. I've had some roadblocks. I've picked it up. I've had to change my build a little bit. For instance, picking up the Phoenix Hammer was a recent addition because I think it was floor 66 or something. That guy was unkillable. He had like pure light resistance. So what are you going to do? You're a Crusader, man. So I had to get the Phoenix Hammer and other physical skills to beat him. But, you know, that's kind of the thing. You want to make a build that is suited for the tower and that can handle the tower. If that's the only thing you're going to be doing, you might as well not squander opportunity. So this is one of those characters I have cleared it on. And I think I want to say I've cleared it on like, I don't know, half of my guys so far. So I'm confident that I can do it on at least a few of these guys, or at least most of these guys. This Swordmaster is actually really easy, mostly because she can manipulate elements just at her leisure, because you know, some enemies are extremely resistant to certain elements. Like I mentioned just before that, floor 66, he's like, I want to say 100% resistant to light damage. And Soldoros, if you get to floor 96, that fool is resistant completely to fire damage, almost 100%. So anyway, we are jumping ahead here to my male striker here. He's going to be the character, I'll just admit right here, if we're going to fail at any point in time, just from bad gameplay, it's going to be this male striker, because this guy got to 85 using strictly level up tickets because of the Link character event. So I think I've only played him for like, I don't know, a few minutes. I think I know him only by proxy of me knowing how to play female striker. I don't think I've hardly know anything about this guy, but anyway, we're fighting against Power Hungry Beautician. I actually don't like this fucking guy, so he keeps having these Nen balls. He also gets a really good buff going on here. So like I said, I have a build that is pretty unorthodox. Ooh, get out of there, dude. you know, I got max level knee grab or whatever this is called, so, you know, that's shit that you don't usually get, so. Okay, we do got a lightning kick going on, and we're actually doing pretty good for damage. We want to turn the super armor on to avoid, grab him again, hit him with one of these, though. That doesn't work on this guy. Okay, learned, just keep grabbing him. Oh, what am I doing, man? I forgot I got the TP on that, and that kind of changes the animation of that. Okay, we're still good. We're gonna hit him with this kick, though. Okay, there you go. Yeah, the Liu Kang kick, I forgot. It just kind of just does the Liu Kang kick at the end there. So, anyway. It probably wouldn't have comboed anyway just because of how the super armor works, but making short work of everybody. You've seen and noticed that I've picked up the rental weapon on pretty much all my guys. And here's an example of a character I haven't sold any items on. So it's starting to rack up all the items that you get here in TOD. Bunch of white items, bunch of blue items, and those are perfect. That's like the good fodder for, you know, you can save the blues if you want to disassemble them, but and get cubes out of them. But you know, you can also get a lot of money from them. So just that starts adding up, man. You can see all my characters are, you know, sitting with 200k in their inventory. Well, if I do it on like 13 characters or so, you can imagine this will rack you a lot of money just by you spending a few seconds every day to do this. Oh shit, I forgot to turn on this on. Okay, now we're safe. Okay, my Glacial Master is fucking OP in here, and I don't know how long this is gonna last, but most of the enemies I've been fighting in here just take massive damage, or they have massive stun or low resistance to stun here, or excuse me, freeze here. That's what I was trying to say. So, and so you can just pull off the cheese like this. Most people will just complain that I don't have max level Grand Shatter here, but I think it's better. I think I have a better TOD build. Grand Shatter is more of an AoE type attack, I feel like. So skipped out on that. Moving on here, I'm leveling my Kunoichi. As you guys can see right there, she's level 70, so I think I'm making pretty good progress on her. Vagabond is another character I have completed the tower on, so I'm pretty confident. At least here in these early floors, it's extremely hard to fuck up, just because you'll notice some of the early floors, like before level 50, they have like a different kind of code about them. They're like most of them, for instance, can be hit with pretty much any status effect. Why did I let those sparrows summon? Yeah, just kill me. Just get fucked is what happened there. Okay. That sparrow just destroyed me. Okay, anyway. What I was saying was, they can get afflicted with stuff like the confusion. You can get afflicted with stuff like stun. She's stunned right now. That sort of, I think stun won't work later on. But the confusion still works for a long time. In fact, I feel like the confusion works almost all the way up to floor 100. And the confusion is just one of those things that will like win you the whole thing, no problem. So guys, we're going to be switching to the character I have failed like 3 times in a row on. My Swordmaster here is on a pretty tough floor. You guys can probably give me some tips. I've changed my build twice, just trying to figure out what the hell I can do to beat this bitch, because you know what, I'm gonna make one last minute addition here, because okay, and hopefully this is enough time. If I can build up enough time to use these skills, then maybe I can pull out ahead here. I'll show you what room I'm stuck on here. It's on floor 83. My Weapon Master is a class that is not geared enough for the tower, I feel like I'm having trouble right now. That means I'm just gonna have that much same kind of difficulties later on. I think the key here is I gotta keep moving, because I'm gonna get hit with like meteors and shit. She also casts like, you know, miss grab right there. She also casts like these dark balls and orbs and stuff. I just gotta be patient, I want to say, but oh my gosh, look at my HP, man. Yeah, and that right there, you obviously gotta stay away from. So I mean, I could probably wait duration here, maybe charge burst. I mean, yeah, I mean, I just take so much HP, man. So again, not a character that's very geared at all. So he's probably gonna be. Maybe I shouldn't waste that charge crash on that until she burns that evasive. But okay, did get a grab off, and it's really annoying when you get blinded, because oh, there goes the shots. Shots fired. All right, blinded. And every time I use a move, I feel like she has that fucking meteor available. And I can wait for cooldowns here, though. You know what? Raging Dragon? No, because I just took massive damage, man. And oh my god, yeah. Do not fucking use the Charge Burst, Rick, right there on that right on the dark orb thing, man. You're just gonna keep running into it like an idiot. Okay. And not having any luck here, guys. I mean, same kind of results I keep getting. The damage is so fucking high, and I'm not returning it very well. Oh, come on. Okay, not gonna use the charge burst this time. Avoided the meteor, whatever that is. Evasive used. Oh my god. Okay, did get a little bit of damage off, and charge burst evasive is used. I want to use charge crash, but she's got that meteor ball in the way. Dark orb, you know the shit that's in the way. Are we gonna win this one, guys? Did we get her? Land right on her. Oh, HP, HP. Oh, we got her. Okay, god damn. Oh man, I had to cheese cooldowns a little bit right there, but that is not my normal build. I usually don't use these two skills. These are my Second Awakening skills, mostly because the match is just, I can't live for that long. But this one was a very passive type enemy and just annoying. So luckily, you know, that's something you got to do. Maybe you go back to your normal standby build, you know, pick up the illusion sword again, or maybe I stick with this. It seemed to be pretty successful. So anyway, I'm happy I got through that floor, but again, he's one of those classes where I feel like I need to gear him up a little bit. Unlike the Chaos that I'm about to show you guys right now, the Weapon Master is just, you know, he really is gear dependent. You don't have a lot of armor, and if you're trying to be in somebody's face, well, you're going to be tanking some stuff very often. So on floor 93, guys, we're getting pretty close to finishing this. In all honesty, I should have been cleared this like multiple times, but you know, I was so lazy at leveling, actually getting to leveling this character. You know, at this point, wow, the explosion doesn't do any damage, but actually getting hit with the, oh my god. This might be really annoying, actually. I need a second to cast my shit. Well, fuck, I'm already wasting my base. Okay, is this gonna be enough to actually kill her with? I don't have enough summons, but maybe? Maybe. No, I'm dead. Okay, let's try this one more time. I gotta get these summons off, man. Oh, there you go. It's over. So yeah, it is possible to die on Chaos, but that's only if you can't get your summons off. If you get your summons off, well, game over right now. Like, I'm not gonna die at all, man. She's just getting bodied, man. And there you go. Yeah. The way you die on Chaos is you just get swarmed. So, like I said, I should have done that like multiple times by now, but I was so lazy on leveling her and so complacent that, you know, I never got to use her. I am gonna try to do the tower on my Blood Evil here. Who knows if we're gonna fail or not. Oh fuck. Ooh, yep, I knew that was gonna happen, man. Okay, that was my bad for trying to. I was a little greedy on my part. And I'm almost dead again. Yo. I don't have the Die Hard buff. So we might be fucked here. Grab him. And he doesn't have any gravity at all. He does not have any gravity at all. We do not want to get hit with the laser, so we can't stay too far away from him. And I didn't have enough blood for Frenzy. Oh shit. I'm dead. We almost got him, but I took one really solid hit from him. Just gotta make sure he doesn't cast his shit. And we should. What? Oh man, that is brutal that I took that hit right there. All right. Yeah. See, it seems like hitting this guy with get out of here. With a Bloodlust grab is harder than I thought. Okay. And I just basically suck at, just grab him. Just grab him raw. We're not gonna get him. Oh my god! Okay. Grab him raw like that. Alright, so we got him. Anyway, guys, we skipped on my Black Widow here. I'm gonna just showcase why real quick. We're gonna do the TOD, obviously, but there's another dungeon I like doing as well, which I guess I'll show one run of. And that is the Altar of Ascension. There's a couple reasons why. We'll show that after this run, but Altar of Ascension, you know, gives the same kind of prizes that TOD does. It just takes a little bit longer, maybe like a minute and a half, but that's still pretty fast in my book. If you ask me, that's still quite quick. So, oh, I did not get a mount off. Okay, I wanted to get that mount. This guy's blinded. Oh, this is not a... like usually when you get this high in the tower, enemies don't get blinded anymore. Well, this guy seems to have some problems with that. So if you blind an enemy, they just don't move at all. So you throw some sand in his face, he's just not going to respond to that. So this guy's going to be a piece of cake at this point. I can't believe I missed that first mount though. And handling that. Brawler is one of those classes that is really strong. You don't need much gear on Brawler, and I think you can do just fine. But so I saved my Brawler for last because I feel like my Brawler is probably, I think, one of my strongest classes in this dungeon, mostly because of her tick damage. So I like doing this 3 times a day on my Brawler as well, just because it's, like I said, it's really quick. It's on the way of doing, you know, your TODs. Every time I get on my Brawler, I also do this as well, just because, like I said, really quick dungeon. Just show one run of this since I don't want to be redundant or anything, but the stacking elemental, or sorry, the stacking poison damage actually is why I like her so much in here, because I forgot what skill rotation I'm supposed to use here. Because it's actually room 6 that I'm actually worried about on my knight. Like, I think this class right now can do this faster than my knight can, just for the sheer fact that the 6th floor is so annoying on my knight. I gotta switch my fire weapon out. I gotta change into a light weapon. Gotta beat Noah Manoa. You don't do that shit on Brawler. You do something different. Obviously, I'll show that off. Oh shit. Well, I'm gonna eat that. Let's go ahead and use some stun. I probably could have also used some second awakening at some point here. So yeah, instead of going to Noah Manoa like most people, I'm gonna jump over here to Neil. And Neil is like really hard to deal with on most of your max level characters, but not on Brawler because of this like tick damage here. So yeah, very easy room, obviously, and I feel like a lot easier than Noah Manoa. And she also has a really good burst for, oops, ooh, do it though. Okay. Yeah, I totally fucked that up. I was gonna say I have a really good burst for beating this boss, but I just fucking demolished that boss. Doesn't matter. I handled it. But anyway, guys, that is the Altar of Ascension. You do that 3 times, and you know it only takes a minute and a half. And the prizes for it, I think, are worth it. It does add up a lot. You know, you get a lot of money. You also get some items as well. And that just starts adding up. That definitely adds up. That's something you can do. Now, the last thing that we'll talk about is whenever there are events going on, you always want to capitalize on those. So when you watch this video later, or if you're wondering, you know, okay, what is your routine? What do you got to do? The last thing I usually like worrying about is events. And right now, currently, there aren't any good events that you can do just daily. There is, you know, the login event. For logging in, you do get those boxes. I think I already picked it up on another character. You know, so make sure you pick those up. There's the dungeon clearance thing, the May DFO be with you. You know, if you clear 10 dungeons, make sure you do that. But I guess really right now, currently, there are no events that you can do right now. I think during the Halloween event, there was a talk to an NPC event where you just talk to random NPCs. You just make sure you do that. But currently right now, the only event that's, I guess, account or I guess server-wide event and not just, you know, character level up helping events is the Ninja Road. So I guess you can do the Ninja Road 10 times. I'm actually doing it on 2 different characters, and you got to make sure you do that if you want to capitalize on these events, because you know you only get a certain amount of entries every day. And I guess that's the last thing I'm going to be doing for today, guys. I'm going to do this like 10 times on this character, and I also want the pet on my rogue. So I've been doing on my rogue. You notice I am purposefully allowing these barricades to be destroyed here. I think they are more hassle than they are worth dealing with the barricades in this dungeon. This dungeon, I have learned the secret. You know, I've done it like, I don't know, freaking 300 times at this point or something. So the secret with this dungeon is you cannot step into the door that opens up until you've killed all the enemies. Like, that is a secret. You can't enter into that room because that's where the boss is, and it opens up before. It's very odd. It opens up before that the boss is even before you can even enter it. And if you do that, it will bug out. So I just want to warn you guys of that. And did not kill him in 1 hit. Usually I do. But anyway, guys, that's Ninja Road. I can do this 10 times a day, and it's pretty easy on my knight. Then I have a lot more trouble on my rogue, but that is my daily routine. So again, as I mentioned, if you're watching this at a later date and Ninja Road's not going on, you can always do, you know, whatever event's going on then. So anyway guys, thanks for watching. There was a little bit of what I do every day. It doesn't take but I want to say like 30 minutes a day. And again, I remind you, this is before I have any FP to use at all. Like, I haven't hardly used any. I guess this dungeon uses FP, so I should turn off Express. But I can decide to, you know, level up a character if I want, or whatever the case may be. But anyway, guys, thanks for watching. That's what I do every day. And I will catch you nights later.